So when I cannot imagine that formless, nameless, I give some image, but that many people get stuck to the image. They get stuck to that outer forms and forget the real devotion behind. So therefore Bhagavan says, Sukritanaha, one who does good karmas, who is a good person, such 4 types of people worship me. Who are the 4 types? Artaha. There are those who are in some trouble, in some pain, in some difficulty. And in that state, they look at God, they worship God, and pray to Him to release them from all difficulties and sorrow. Their attention is on God. Though they are worshipping Him to remove their sorrow, but their attention is on God, and that itself is a important sign of bhakti or bhajan, that our attention is on God, that we are praying to Him, we are considering Him as someone great, we are considering Him as someone who is strong and powerful, who can remove our sorrow. So these are called Artha Bhaktas, who have some sorrow and pain and trouble, and they remember God and they worship Him. Artha Bhakta. Traditionally, that example and all is given of Draupadi. She was in trouble, her husbands were there, and she was being dragged in the court, and they were trying to remove her dress and all. So that time with Artha Bhavana, she called Bhagwan, and he came. He came in the form of sari only. So Artha Bhakti it is called. Then there are those who are Jidnyasu. Jidnyasu means desire to know the tattva, the essence of God. They have a great desire to know what is God, who is God, where is God, how is God, what is His nature, how can I know Him, how can I experience Him. Jidnyasa, desire to know. So they also approach God. Then there are those Artharthi who want some thing from God. They want some wealth, they want some position, they want some name, fame, they want something in return, but they worship God. Oh Lord, I love you, I worship you, please give me this, give me that. Bhagavan is calling them also His devotees, because they are also at least acknowledging the presence of God, acknowledging that He is all powerful, He can give. So Bhagavan, out of His kindness, is calling them also His devotees. And you will find in the world, many are falling into the first and the third category. Artha, when we are in trouble, we remember God. Dukh mein sumiran sab kare, sukh mein kare na koi. When we are in trouble. Therefore, during examination time and all, you will find all youngsters in this line lag jati वहाँ पर. अरे आज इतनी भीड़ क्यों है भगवान के मंदिर में एग्जाम. Sometimes big भीड़ just before the result. So that is artha or artharthi, want something in return. But there are those who are jidnyasu, want to know. But the fourth variety is there who are jnani. Jnani means those who know who is God, those who know His tattva. They are still as a limited being, but they know what is the nature of God, who is God, and knowing who He is, they worship Him. They are the jnanis. Artha may not know completely the nature of God. They only know that I am in trouble and God is someone who can remove me from my trouble. I have gone to all the doctors. I have seen homeopathy, allopathy, naturopathy. Finally, I go to Tirupati. And only one thing I know. I don't know about this para, apara, prakriti, big, this, small, and all those things. I just know God is someone there up in the sky somewhere, and He knows, and He can remove me from my trouble. Bhagavan says that much also if one person knows, then I consider him my devotee. May not be the best one, but still he is also good. Then Jidnyasu is one who is what you call compelled by the thirst to know God. Even here Arjuna also is asking so many questions and all. He wants to know what is God. So many seekers are there who walk this path with that desire to know who is God, how is He. So they attend satsang, they study the various literature, they interact with various Mahatmas, they go to various Tirtha Kshetras or other places and learn about God. They are the Jidnyasu Bhakta. They are also in search of knowing God. So they are like worshipping Him with their intellect only. Arthas are worshipping with that intensity. The sorrow is propelling them to worship God. Jidnyasu, their intellect with their questioning attitude is propelling them to look towards God. Artharthi, their need for some gain, some power and some wealth makes them look at God. Bhagavan says, whoever looks at me is my devotee. In Ramayana, Bhagavan says, one who looks at me even once, I remove all his sorrow. But people are so busy, they don't look. Looking means they're not looking at the photograph or something. Looking means seeing or acknowledging even one little aspect of God. We can acknowledge His power. We can acknowledge His all-pervasiveness. We can acknowledge His compassion. We can acknowledge His being just. We can acknowledge His knowledge. Whatever we acknowledge, that is love only. See, when we are when we go to a new place or we go to a party, we meet some people, we acknowledge their presence. That itself is our expression of our love. Suppose somebody walks and you know that person, he also knows, but he doesn't look at you, or even after looking doesn't smile or doesn't acknowledge. Kaisa aadmi? But why you require? At least they should acknowledge that I am here. You just nod, then you feel very nice. Similarly, Bhagavan says, one who looks at me and nods, Arey, Bhagavan, aap yahan par kaise ho? Bhagavan says, I consider him my devotee. One who acknowledges my presence in their life, itna bhi log nahi karte hain. One who acknowledges the presence of God in their life. Some acknowledge when they are in difficulty. Some acknowledge when they are having lot of questions. Some acknowledge when they want something. Bhagavan says, chal jata hai. Them also I consider my devotee. So, artho jidnyasu artharthi and jnani cha bharatarshabha. And hey Arjuna, the fourth is jnani. Jnani is one who knows, but he has not yet experienced God. He has not yet gained that state of enlightenment, but he knows who is God. With that knowledge, he worships. Even though he might be doing some puja, but he has got that comprehension, that understanding. He might not be offering anything, flower and all, but he is experiencing or seeing or understanding the presence of God in this whole world. Bhagavan says, he is my devotee. And out of these four, later on Bhagavan will say in the next that he loves this jnani very dearly because he knows and he loves. Others, they know only a little aspect of me and they love. But he knows me completely and he loves. So each one of us, we have to find what type of devotees we are. So if we are artha, jidnyasu, artharthi, we have to become first jnani. Because later on Bhagavan will say, jnanvan mam prapadyate. Jnanvan mam prapadyate. After gaining knowledge, one surrenders to me. In order to surrender to God, we have to understand Him completely, properly. Then we will be able to surrender to Him completely. Otherwise, our worship will be incomplete. So, artho, jidnyasu, artharthi, jnani cha bharatarshabha. These are the four types of devotees I have. But who is the best? Bhagavan says in the next verse, Tesham jnani nitya yuktaha एक भक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम् अहं स च मम प्रियः तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम् अहं स च मम प्रियः. Tesham, out of this, all these four, Bhagavan says, Jnani, Nityayuktaha, Eka Bhaktihi, Vishishyate. Jnani Vishishyate. Jnani is special. Jnani is superior to all of them. Because Jnani understands me completely. Others, they understand a little aspect of me. Others, they don't have Nitya Yukta Bhakti and they don't have Eka Bhakti. Nitya Yukta means one who is constantly tuned to God. Jnani is one who is constantly tuned to God. Artha Jidnyasu Artharthi, whenever that Arthata is there, whenever Jidnyasa is there, whenever that Artharthi, some want is there, they get tuned to God. As soon as that is fulfilled, temporarily, they forget God. As soon as sorrow goes, God also goes. Sorrow comes, God comes. Because God is linked with sorrow. Bhagwan ka, then Bhagwan is. As soon as sorrow goes, Bhagwan also goes. Then again after some time, again another type of sorrow comes, another Bhagwan comes. Not another, but same, different aspect. Constantly in some trouble, constantly going here. And idea of God is that He is somewhere in that temple, in that days. So go there, go to this place, go to that place. कभी हरिद्वार, कभी ऋषिकेश, कभी तिरुपति, कभी यहाँ, कभी वहाँ. And so much of this. And they, not that they don't experience, they experience freedom from trouble also. मैं वहाँ जाके आ गया, now I am free of all my trouble. My boss was troubling me so much, then I नारियल चढ़ा दिया भगवान को, and now I am free. No problem. After 1 month, another boss comes and troubles more. Again I pick up another nariyal and run to that devata. Again I offer, again I am free of this. My association with God is with trouble. God is troubleshooter. God is remover of trouble. Bhagavan also considers them his bhakta. Then Jidnyasu, suddenly that question comes. And this, as long as we have intellect, question comes. But we give some answer and satisfied. But sometimes ordinary answers don't satisfy us. So it keeps on pricking us. Who is God? Why is this? Why this world? Why there is sorrow? Why there is pain? What is bondage? What is freedom? How many gods are there? Who am I? What is this world? So many questions keep on troubling. They are there. Human beings, we have intellect and these questions will keep coming. Either you give them some false or some answer and satisfy that intellect. Why it is raining? Oh no, some elephants are there, they are throwing water. Acha, theek hai. Now I got the answer, I am satisfied. So some answers are given to the intellect, it feels satisfied. Then again, because some other question comes which do not match the answer which I had got. Then again. So they are the Jidnyasus. And Jidnyasus should study Bhagavad Gita. Jidnyasus should study our Upanishad. They alone can answer all our doubts. If you study them deeply, you will find all possible doubts in spirituality is answered in our Upanishads, in Bhagavad Gita. About life, about death, about pain, about sorrow, about bondage, about life after death, about life before death, everything is answered. But one should not feel satisfied there only. We should proceed further to recognize and realize and gain that state of enlightenment. Artharthi also feel satisfied when something is obtained, they feel very happy. When they want something, again they remember God. But jnani is very... So, tesham jnani nitya yuktaha, constantly tuned to God. Nitya yuktaha, hotline like, constantly tuned. Blackberry type. Constantly tuned. I don't know, I think so. Huh? Blackberry is tuned. Not to God, but constantly tuned. They are awake, they are in tune with God. They are dreaming of God. They are asleep, they are tuned with God. Why? Because their deep conviction is factual, is true. They know who is God. So they are constantly tuned. No sorrow can disturb them from their understanding of God. No desire can disturb them from their understanding of God. No activity or nothing can disturb them from their understanding. Life and death do not disturb them from understanding of God. They are nitya yuktaha and eka bhaktihi. They know God is one without a second. They have ananya bhakti towards Him. Him means not someone else, their own self, that supreme reality, Brahma. They have the understanding that other than God, nothing or no one is there. Eka bhakti it is called. Eka bhakti means to accept oneness of God, that there is no one other than God. Even I am not there, you are not there. Everyone is that God alone. That is called Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti means Anya, not to accept any Anya. Eka Bhakti hi Vishishyate. Bhagavan says, Priyo hi jnaninaha atyartham aham. That for a jnani, I am very extremely dear to the jnani. I am not extremely dear to artha, jidnyasu, artharthi. They have their own other likes and dislikes. They have their own other fascinations. But for a jnani, I am extremely dear. Why? Because jnani understands me as his own self. See, in the world, what is most lovable and dearest to us is our own self. We don't love anything other than our own self so dearly. We wake up, we walk, we talk, we do everything for whom? For yourself. Even when you say, oh, I am serving that person. Why? Because it gives me satisfaction. Everything I do for the love of the self. There is no other love than the love for the self. When we say I am loving someone else, I can love someone else only when I see myself in that person. ये मेरा बेटा है, ये मेरा है, ये मेरा है. Where there is connection with that I, then there is love. When there is no connection with I, there is no love. Because all love is for the self alone. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Upanishad also says, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, that all love is because of the self alone, directed toward the self. And yet jnani knows that God and the self are one. Therefore, his love for God is complete. There cannot be anyone who can love a God more than a jnani. You cannot love God more than considering Him as your own self. I and God, when we become one, then there is complete love. So, priyohit jnaninaha atyartham aham. And such a mama priyaha, and such a jnani is very, very dear to me also, because he is also my own self. So, Bhagwan is praising this jnani bhakta. So, we may start our journey as artha. On this path, generally, many people start their journey towards God in the state of artata, means in some sorrow, pain. That time we remember God. When we are extremely thirsty, that time we remember water like anything. Similarly, when we are in that intense pain, then we can appreciate joy, because Bhagwan is of the nature of joy. Little joy you can appreciate when you are in little pain. But when a person has experienced the very depth of pain, he will appreciate the height of joy also. The presence of the height of joy also. So this artha, he loves God prompted by his sorrow. So in the beginning we may come towards on this path because of artata. But then we start developing the jidnyasa. Who is God? Why is He? Where is He? This, the jidnyasa will come. Then we also may have some this, instead of going here and there, I will directly approach God for, I want this, I want that. And finally, that arthata also, artharthi, I will ask for liberation only from God. That arthata also will be there, that please Bhagwan, remove me from sorrow of samsar, not from sorrow of this neighbor or sorrow of this problem. But he will say that please remove me from the sorrow of samsar. Jidnyasu will say that please give me your knowledge so that I become free. I gain that state of enlightenment. Artharthi will say that I don't want even swarga. I want your own self. I want you. So, Artho, Jitnyasu, Artharthi, Jnani, these four types of bhakta, Bhagavan says, Jnani is very, very dear to me and I am very dear to him. More we will see in our class tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.